Then came Extravagant Star. Here comes the favourite Paris Dior and Sajardin getting into the work now, but Extravagant Star races to the lead and kicked away from Paris Dior. And Extravagant Star goes on to win the English Millennium. Second, possibly Paris Dior.
Welcome to the Leg Up Australia's go-to racing podcast, brought to you, as always, by the Leg Up members only. Off to another great start to the year, winning January. Speaking of winners, Paddy, Extravagant Star, $17 in the Millennium. The boys are hot.
Oh, mate, took the 17s, paid $7. Could you believe it?
Really?
One easy. Was never in doubt.
Jeez, I'll tell you what, the boys are firing.
I know. What about you back a $17 winner and Blake backs two winners in his strategy?
Yeah, so he went, he's gone, so you went 25 on Extravagant Star at 17s, which puts you at plus $485, mind you. But Blake's sitting at plus $712. He had $28 on Shadow Crush at $650 and $40 on Joviality at $375. Joviality, what a good tip that was as well to members. He had it out at $4 when he put it out to members. So that was just fantastic. Great work. Look, great tips. I did listen to last week's show.
You liked it, didn't you?
Oh, it was.
And you liked it? You did like it.
It was one of the worst episodes I've ever heard.
Why?
I feel like, I don't know if Blake was doing the podcast in his bathroom, just audio sound like audio quality wise. I don't think Blake listens to you.
Bro, I thought the same thing. I was serving plenty of aces and I was getting nothing back. Nothing. I reckon I told
straight over his racket.
I reckon I told 40 jokes and I got plenty of the okay, moving on.
Well, we're back with the A team. BJ isn't joining us tonight.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. BJ's had to head down to Sydney. He's had a last minute thing pop up that he's got to get sorted. So we'll miss him tonight, but he sent through his $100 strategy. We've also got Mitch Haynes, who is one of our members. So if you want to get involved with your $100 strategy, you've got to be a member, and we pick someone at random each week.
This is a rollback show, bro. This is turn back time.
This is the A team.
We can't say that because Blake's leading the $100 challenge, but
yeah, but even when you and I did it, people expected you to tip winners. They'd expect me to every now and again stumble on something, but mainly tip losers.
Yeah,
he's a bit. I don't know. I don't like this. Too much winning.
We're like Kyrgios and Kokonakis. You're Kokonakis.
Oh,
because you got a big earring.
I've got my Pat Cash earring on under the Agassi had one too, didn't he?
Yeah, you've got one big filthy earring.
Kokonakis. There's been a lot going on, mate. I've actually just come back in from Gatton. Do you know where Gatton is?
Yeah, mate, that's just up the road, isn't it? It's that you go up Lockyer Highway, go down Lockyer Road, turn into Lockyer Close, past Lockyer Park.
You actually the People's Horse, Diwali Lights, the podcast horse, had its first hit out under the Leg Up syndication at Lockyer Valley Turf Club. You got to take the Darren Lockyer Highway to Lockyer Valley.
Lockyer, on to Lockyer. Lockyer. Oh, he's arrived at Lockyer.
It's very Queensland. So this is just this side of Toowoomba. I tell you what, it's the most country track I've ever been to. And prior to that, the most country track I'd been to is Tamworth. So I don't know if that's...
Well, listeners, this is what I heard. He rang me when he got there. He's like, this is the most country track. Hang on 1 second. Can I have one Moet and Shandon? Yes, in a glass with a strawberry in it. Oh, you don't serve that here.
What? What? I was filthy. I just wanted to have a champagne and sit back with the fellas and enjoy the races. It was.
You took your really long vape, didn't you?
I'm off the vape. I keep getting in strife with the vape. Anyway, we went out there to see Diwali Lights have his first hit out. you and I took 480 about it yesterday. It got crunched.
We had a fairly decent bonus bet on it. It did get
too
crunched,
bad.
but a good way to look at it is, though, it is the people's horse. I'm guessing a lot of the people would have thrown 10 or 20 bucks on it. It's a lot of money for a race to hold at Gatton.
Yeah, it went from 480 into $2.40. I think it dipped as low as.
I think it got to dentist price.
Oh, really? So it ended up jumping favourite. Probably the true favourite ended up beating it. It was an interesting run. You can't really see shit when you're at the track. You don't know what's going on. Campo had binoculars. I wanted to use them, but I wasn't allowed to.
Did he?
Yeah. Campo
was very nervous. Oh, wow, there's a bird in the tree over there. Oh.
As he's watching the race, I get pop my head in front of it. Oh, how big do I look? No, so Adam Campton, who trains Diwali Lights, he was very nervous. First hit out with the horse proper. We had Tegan Harrison on board. Didn't really appreciate the track. A little bit tight on the final corner. Went back inside the leader, but it looked to have him licked. So very, very excited to see where it ends up next. Hopefully we'll be there and we can produce the win. But yeah, it was nice out there.
Ooh, a red wine. You drinking red wine tonight?
There was no red wine. They might have had a goon bag of red wine out there. I'm actually drinking. I haven't told you this. I haven't told the listeners this either. Big shout out to Stephen Kurtz. So Kurtz is Kurto. He messaged me. Yeah, he's
Pasino.
Kurtz, what?
Kirk, the
you're thinking
drink,
of he
the
makes
purple drink
too.
you drink a heap of?
Passiona. So anyway, Steve messaged me at the end of last year and said, hey, look, great year on the potty. You guys are cool. My family's got a winery. Can I send you some wine? Let's see if this focuses. Not sponsored, just a legendary thing. Look at that.
Family.
7
Kurt
sleepers. Yeah, Kurt. 7 sleepers. Cab, Sav, Shiraz, Petite, Verdot, Malbec. It's a proper mix. It is bloody delicious. He sent wine for me, you, and Blake, but unfortunately for you and Blake, he sent it to me.
When did he send this?
Just before Chrissy.
You've obviously put a stamp on it and forwarded it on to Sydney.
I have to say I've seen you guys enough that I could have at some point handed over wine, but this is the last bottle. But what I'll do is because that was such a good gesture, what I'll do is I'll put the link. They're a Barossa winery, family run, couple of generations behind it. It is absolutely beautiful wine.
That's where we did your
bucks. This is 2017, by the way.
Did your bucks in the Barossa?
I wish we knew Steve then.
No, we're glad.
Actually,
would not have been
a good thing. Yeah, we're not allowed back to a lot of wineries in the Barossa. But if you are in the Barossa, go to Kurt's Family Vineyards. I'll stick a link to their website, and you can.
Yeah, I'm sure the wine's great.
Yeah, no, I drink it, and I think, oh my God, Pat would have bloody loved this.
The other day, no offense to Kurt, like it's obviously good wine, but the other day we were out and you picked up the tomato sauce and was drinking. You didn't even know that you were drinking tomato sauce.
I don't drink tomato sauce. I drink ketchup. I like ketchup. So we had last week's Twitter questions. I think we ended up putting them to the members only crew, and we had Saturday Slaughter and Saturday Peach from last weekend. Am I putting on the spot, or have you got one for me?
I've always got one up the sleeve, mate. Chad Schofield ride on Extravagant Star. I thought that was a beauty.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Got it up outside the leader, just took it home. That was an absolute peach. Slaughter job. The slaughter job comes, it's from the weekend, isn't it? It comes from Port Macquarie. I won't say the race because you'll know the jockey, and I don't like the bag.
Hold on. Port Macquarie on the weekend. Oh, Sunday.
It was a Sunday.
Oh, I know what you were going to say. We were chasing the Sunday quaddie.
The bloody quaddie.
The bloody Sunday quaddie.
We were chasing it a Sunday quaddie, but it was a 4 kilo claimer. If you're a 4 kilo claimer, don't pull the stick. Just ride the horse. Just balance and ride the horse. I feel like a 4 kilo claimer pulling the stick is like A bit like an L plater trying to eat their breakfast and smoke a cigarette while driving the car.
Doing too much.
Yeah, doing too much.
You're not there yet. You're not like us that can eat and smoke while they're driving. Remember when I used to have that job and I used to have to drive like an hour each way at the what's his name, and I'd just pick you up because you had nothing to do. What were you doing? Oh, uni.
Studying.
That's right, uni. Well, my friend just did nothing out of school.
Oh, you're a eunuch.
Yeah, I never went to uni. And I used to master, it was like the straight road, and I used to smoke a cigarette, eat a pie, and drink a chocolate milk, but I had to hold the chocolate milk because it was a square.
Your taxi smelled disgusting. Your taxi was the worst taxi ever.
I didn't see you. I used to have to get you to hold the wheel sometimes, remember?
Yeah. You put the meter on and everything.
Meter pie into my mouth. But yeah, so we missed out on the Port Macquarie bloody quaddie. It would have paid monster. We got the Sydney quaddie on Saturday and we still lost $30.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people that in regards to the Saturday slaughter, a lot of guys from members.
Pallidus?
Yeah.
Jay Byrne, was it?
Jay Byrne, he came out and he accepted the blame for the shit show that is Pallidus and Doomben.
Do you know when you look at a race and you go, geez, this thing should win by panels?
Yeah.
And you think it looks so easy that I bet something goes on. I bet something happens. It will go 10 wide or it won't get out, and it just did not get out. That was sickening.
It was the death of multis across Australia. Oh,
what did SP? Because there was a bit of 280 about it.
Yeah, no, it came in from there.
Oh God, that was sickening.
I'm going to read out one of our members' thoughts on it. It's Jaden Williams. So Jaden, message in because we're going to get you some merch. We're actually getting new shirts done up, green and like green ones with the white, black ones, and like that kind of tanny color hats.
4XL?
BJ's all over it. 4XL. 4. What size shirt do you wear, sir?
4X.
4X gold, thanks. So this is Jaden Williams' thoughts. So he thought Jai McNeil's ride on Sebenak was pretty handy. Stalked the back of Renosu from the low draw, clearly knew from the trial that he'd have his measure and got him out when it mattered to score very nice, which I thought was a nice little takeaway from that race. So Jada, message in, we'll get you some merch when the new merch comes in. Sebenak was a grab job, wasn't it? That's the thing that the boys ended up taking 200 to 1 in the slipper, I think.
It was a put in, take out.
Yeah, the boys were very I missed it. I had a big weekend last weekend. I had a wedding and then had like a recovery drinks where I let my hair down. So I missed a lot of the races, but I was following our quaddie, just the results.
You're a bloody man about town. Sydney last week, Gatton today. You get everywhere.
Just from the big smoke to Gatton. We've got a bit of news to discuss. So punters.com and RaceNet, we knew punters.com was coming with the Punters Plus subscription. RaceNet slammed the shackles on everyone's black book the last couple of days. So both of them are paid subscriptions now, paid services.
It's tough when they're both owned by the one company too. But
you can't even read the articles on punters without the Punters Plus subscription.
I feel like they should have given the punters more time and offered something more. They don't really offer anything.
It's $20 too.
Yeah, but for what? For stuff you can get on New South Wales Racing, the stuff you can get on racing.com.
Yeah, but it's about the amalgamation of it all in one place, an app form. You know what?
This sounds like there's some opportunity there. Sounds like
if you were someone putting together an app that's going to do the form, it's going to have tips, it's going to have black books.
Mate, I'm filthy about the black book. What's going like? I'm definitely not going to pay money for a black book that I was doing for free before.
Yeah, I think that was one of the main things that a lot of people were dirty with the last couple of days with RaceNet, because RaceNet's black book was really quite good.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's actually hard data, and I'm more than happy to be transparent. So everyone's a part of the journey with the app. A lot of the data that you get from for everything, for runners, silks, jockeys, trainers, horse, numbers, barriers. You feed into and you pay for information to get that. And it's actually very expensive, but you can't feed into the data for the black book. So you've actually got to create your own database of the horses and have certain API and data that you sit there and go, okay, there's a new runner here. This has to be available as a black book before it runs. And sometimes, as you know, horses can be nominated for a couple of races before they actually run in one. So it is a little bit difficult, the black book, but it's the thing we're working the hardest on. And the app, you guys are absolutely going to love the app. You're going to have everything that you just lost, and you're going to have it for free. And we're going to have like tipsters in there and like a Twitter feed, and it's good. So thanks, punters and RaceNet.
Oh.
People keep complaining about it. I'm like, we're coming, guys. We're coming.
There's a big hole there now. There is a big hole that needs to be plugged.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the Leg Up app. We're very confident in the app and its abilities, and we just can't wait to get it out to everyone. So kicking goals. So speaking of other people kicking goals, PVL, the god amongst men, Peter V'landys.
What the boys say, he'll put an extra day on the week.
Yeah, that'd be nice. On the weekend, yeah, not on the week.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's an absolute freak. He would walk into any sports administration role in the world.
Absolutely. He could run the NFL tomorrow.
He is just, I don't know, he's just taking things forward, leaps and bounds, racing this new race that they've come up with for Melbourne Cup Day.
I'll read out the release. So the main announcement was the Big Dance, which is a $2 million 1,600 metre race at Randwick on Melbourne Cup Day. It is eligibility for the Big Dance will be restricted to horses contesting one of 25 selected New South Wales country cups throughout the year. Like, how sick's that? A headline musical act performing after the races, combined with the new Wink stand for general mission racegoers, ensure a premium race day experience, blah, blah. He's announced the 5 Diamonds. It's another $2 million 1,800 metre race. 5-year-old horses only. That's going to be at Rose Hill, like beginning of November. So not on Melbourne Cup Day, I don't think. Stanford just renamed a few things, but he's thrown a ton of money. The money is trickling down as well, from right down to country meetings and everything.
The minimums they brought out are huge. What did Melbourne say about it?
They'd hate him. They'd hate him.
Do you know what? When you do it not well, you whinge.
But they haven't had to do it well because it's Melbourne Cup Day. But
no, but they've got all the rooted races that are ingrained in racing, folklore in Australia. But to do it not well is just to bring out one All-Star Mile, whereas Peter V'landys has doubled down and then won and doubled down again and then won and pushed them all in again.
Yeah,
even making the slipper worth $6 million. That's a massive coup as well. Like, have the richest 2-year-old sprint in the world, and then, all these other races that he's putting on. It's freakish. Like, if you're not excited about it, it's crazy.
He's he's fantastic. He really is. I wasn't always a fan of him, and just because
the 6 again rule.
No, yeah, the way he goes about NRL, and this is what I don't like. Anyone, and this is my little pet peeve, and everyone should look at this. If anyone's ever trying to sell you a product and one of their main sales pitches is bagging their competitor, you always think that there's a problem with the product. And unfortunately, Sir Peter does it in the NRL about the AFL. He bags the AFL, but it's the same thing. The AFL would be New South Wales Racing and the NRL would be Racing Victoria. Like, he knows that they're so far behind on it that he's constantly trying to drag down over. That's the only thing. That he just needs a little bit of, I suppose, media cleanup on that, just to say, hey, it's all good. Don't stress. You're doing really well, NRL. That's the only thing I'll say about.
Phone's ringing. It's PVL.
Oh, I wish Blake was here to do one of his little
little voice.
A little voice.
Bloody voice.
We have 2 major races we're going to go through for this weekend. The Apollo Stakes at
this is like old
Randwick. Oh, yeah.
Remember when we used to go through the whole card?
We had nothing else to do.
Those were the days when the podcast used to go for 7 hours.
We'd get off and go, oh, that was the best hour and 50 minutes of the listeners' live.
Are you gonna edit that? Nah.
Nah.
We'll leave it in.
You made me edit tonight.
I did make you edit tonight.
You're a dog.
Took my shirt off. Should have left it on.
Why did you paint such a politically aggressive slogan across your chest?
PVL for Prime Minister.
I don't know. I think a few people would get behind that one. Let's kick off with the Apollo Stakes.
Oh wait, just on a side note, do you know we would have had a horse eligible for like I don't want to rub salt into the wound, but you and I would have had a horse eligible for that race.
What race?
The Country Cups, the new.
Yeah, that for next year. No, for this year.
Oh yeah, but if it was 2 years ago, we would have had a horse eligible because we had a horse win a Country Cup.
What horse?
Highly Desired, but we got out of it.
I love it how you get me out of horses that then go on to win. Remember that horse? What was the horse that we were in? I'm so glad we got out of that one before I got to the Four Pillars.
That was Highly Desired.
Oh, was it? I liked HD. Anyway, it's all about the big Diwali Lights now, but we are going to go to the Apollo Stakes. Group 2, Randwick, race 8, 1,400 metres. Think It Over is our favourite at $4.40. Very Elegant, $5.50. Colette, $7.10. Riadini, $8.10. Maximal, $10. I Am Superman, Ice Bar, Special Reward, Cascadian, Hungry Heart, Golding. She's ideal for Bjorn. There's a ton of very, very good horses here. It's a very, very wide open race. But, mate, she's back. The Supermare, our absolute favourite, Very Elegant returns after she just demoed them in the Melbourne Cup, and she's ready to contest the Apollo Stakes.
Mate, she is going to put my kids through college.
Are you back in
university? Do you know what? She's going to go into my strategy. I'm going to put her in for a place only because I think that I can't see her running out of a place. She is made of steel, this mare. I love her. I couldn't talk better about her horse. She's only 6. I feel like ever since this podcast started, you and I started doing it 2 years ago, she has been on our radar the entire time.
She's just too good. I just love her. I really do. That price, okay, $5 I'm seeing with Sportsbet, but she's had a nice freshen up. She hasn't trialled very well. What is she? She's first at 7 for 1, 7 first up, 1, 3, and 1.
Well, I think last prep she won her first up run.
No, I don't know if she did.
Didn't she?
Let me have a look.
I think she
came second. She came second when she was beaten by, was it Moanga?
Oh, yes. Moanga did storm down the outside. You're right.
The Wink Stakes. See, I know racing. The king's here.
Look at this guy. He knows everything.
Who needs the expert in Blake? You got Woodhead.
Yeah, the bloody almanac. A bit of racing royalty in this race too. Maximal. Yeah, that's the what's it called horse? It's related to the real good horse.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
Your brain's melted since I did that. I got you on one thing that Very Elegant lost. Came second in the first up last.
Mate, you've thrown me out.
Mate, it's anyway. I'm going Very Elegant. I'm going to back. Obviously, I'm going to back where we start this prep.
Brother to Frankel. Maximal is Frankel's brother.
Oh, okay. Max, Frank.
This could be
kids.
like Latrell's brother playing in the All-Star game.
What's going on there? I literally just saw it before we came on here. He made it on his own 2 feet.
Maximal
Latrell's brother. Maximal Latrell.
Mate, looking down this list though, this race is as deep as the 10-meter diving board swimming pool. Like, it's crazy. The horses that are in this race is
what an analogy.
Mate,
That's deep.
I thought of it then. That is deep. It's got to be deep because you're diving from so high.
Yeah. No, that's true. Everyone will appreciate that analogy. Who do you like here? It's a very open race.
I think it over will have a lot of supporters too, because it did so much last preparation. It's on fire. There's a picket fence going on there. I get it. I get why it's favourite. It is the one to beat. But you've got horses like Cascadian that's tried well. You've got Colding resuming. You've got I Am Superman that's done it before. Like you've got Riadini. Remember first up last prep, I was all over Riadini. Then it did it every subsequent run, that preparation, it seemed to improve. You've got Maximal, brother of Frankel. You've got Colette. If it rains, it could be absolutely freakish. And there's rain predicted down here. You've got Hungry Heart, who's such an enigma horse. You've got She's Ideal resuming as well. You've got Jewess, who, was our what's it called horse? Caulfield Cup horse at one point. So, yeah, it's such a strange race because you do have stayers resuming, but it is 1,400 meters. So it's taken that little bit of edge of the speed out. For that reason, mate, I can't go past Very Elegant each way.
Oh, you're having each way bet on a $2 place.
Yeah, I think it's a great each way bet in this race. And I think her odds at $5.50 is awesome. And I'll be multing her up with another horse later in my strategy.
Let me just tell you who you're going to get the best odds with for VE. Currently, I think it's Moneyball.
550.
550.
We can't even tell them racing it now because they just use Moneyball sponsored.
Punters is the same. Moneyball must have, I'd say News Corp or something has some sort of, you pay a lot to have straight up
every odds
sponsorship on both of them, yeah. It's sponsored. It's sponsored. It says brought to you by Moneyball.
Have you got the big girl? Barrier 1, she'll posse up, hopefully be able to just get one off the fence somehow. And yeah, come around them. And
yeah, I think so. I can't wait for this race, to be really honest with you. I think Colette could be a good bet because it's a new year, so I'm allowed to back Godolphin horses again. But I went the whole year last year, by the way, without backing a Godolphin horse.
Really?
Thanks to, was it Bivouac? I can't even remember why I hated him.
Go Bivouac!
Go Bivy! Yeah, I can't wait for this race. I'm going to have a bet on Very Elegant. Like I'm not tipping it, but I'm going to have a bet on Very Elegant. I think she's a superstar. So anything.
She's the iron horse. And this is the beginning of the 2022 year, which could culminate in her running in an Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
So what a year! What a start!
Beauty. Let's move on to the first Group 1 of the year.
Down to my favourite track.
At Caulfield. Race 8, 1,400 metres. The Group 1 CF4 Stakes. Sinawan, $4.45 is at your top line of betting. Behemoth at $6.50. I'm Thunderstruck out to $7 with Tofane. Lighthouse $9. Sierra Sue $11.20. Lightsaber, Cascade, Inspirational Girl, Wild Planet, Just Folk, Secret Blaze, all at double and triple figure odds. Sinawan, can you refresh my mind? Why we backed this 2 starts ago and it won?
Yeah, beating I Am Superman at
Where
Caulfield.
was it Caulfield? I was going to say it did no good at Mooney. Oh no, it got beat actually. Sorry. Oh no, it got beat by
came out last start and ran a long way behind Marabi.
Yeah.
It is a bit of sit back and run on horse, so it probably wasn't suited by the Valley. But mate, I'm going to throw it out there. I've got Sinawan down as might end up with egg on my face, but I got it down as a false favourite in this race.
Oh, false favourite at 4.45. It's not a huge call.
Yeah, I don't have it anywhere near that price. So
there's good horses at good prices here, including Behemoth. Are you going to bet on I'm Thunderstruck in this race?
Yep.
I knew you would because I am too.
Too much talent. 2 from 2 first up.
Yeah, unbeaten first up at Caulfield too.
Won the Toorak over this track and distance at this place. Stamped itself as a rising star last prep. I can't get past it. seeing $7 about it makes me very happy. Definite each way bet as well. It is I'm only
Dead
saying
set,
it.
never seen you bet each way in your entire life. So you're either lying to the listeners or lying to yourself.
Well, a little bit of both, but I just can't see. There's a lot of good horses in these races. I can't see both those horses. I'm Thunderstruck very early running outside of a place. So I definitely want to be able to make money if they both run a place.
Yeah, I reckon, and might be
I'll also be trying to make money if they win.
Yeah, of course. $657 from Thunderstruck. It was I was huge in that Golden Eagle last start at where is that, Rose Hill or wherever it is.
Yeah, Rose Hill.
And yeah, what was the Rupert Clark?
The Sir Rupert Clark where Sierra Sue beat it.
Yeah. Like it was, I mean, there was a half length between first and third, but it was a huge effort. Like there's a lot to take out of that run. Like, and that was a Group 1. And I see this horse winning multiple Group 1s, and I think it starts this weekend. I reckon this is an amazing horse, and it owes us nothing. We've won money on it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I just think the class that the horses like I'm Thunderstruck, even Cascadian, like we mentioned in the other race, Behemoth, they just Tefane, Inspirational Girl. I know Sinawan's installed as favourite, but wow, if some of these horses run up to their best, this is a very exciting race. In saying that,
great Group 1. Great Group 1 to kick us off, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm going to be on I'm Thunderstruck, but I'm definitely having something on Sierra Sue. That Sir Rupert Clark win was quite impressive, and at $10, for those of you that listened to the show before, you know that this is just a bogey horse for me. Every time I tip it, runs 50 lengths last. Every time I'm off it, it wins at odds.
Yeah,
so
when you've zigged, it's zagged.
Oh, mate, it knows how to piss me off, Sierra Sue. So it won't be going around without something. Won't make it to the strat, but I'll be having a saver on it.
20 starts, 8 wins, 1 second, 1.1 in prize money. Sierra Sue is a good horse.
It's a great horse. You got Lighthouse down the bottom too. That's up.
What's our man Ben Allen on that? He's a fan of the leg up. Ben Allen. He's always into us. That's a good horse.
Up and going this prep too.
Mano Eustace.
Just the class, it hasn't beat the class of horses that these ones at the top have beat, and it's going to carry only 2 kilos less. So I can't play.
Okay. Well, tell us what you are going to play with. Let's get into the $100 strategies. We need to get, if anyone's like an audio engineer out there, can you get in touch? I don't want to deal with people on Fiverr. I want like a gun intro into this $100 strategy.
That sounded pretty good.
Thank you. I'll record that later. Let's kick off with you. Then BJ sent in his selections. He recorded them at the airport. He would have gone, "Hey, babe, film me." She goes, "Oh, come over here." And he goes, "No, let's go over there where it's the noisiest section of the airport." So
yeah, and make sure Red Rooster is right in the background too. Yeah. Sam loves Red Rooster.
I do love Red Rooster. I had Hungry Jacks on the way up to Gatton and Carl's Jr. on the way home from Gatton today. There's a good butcher up there. There's a good butcher up there called
Schultz. No wonder it took so long.
Schultz Small Goods. And I always stop there because I've got a client to them, so I go up there occasionally. I always stop there and they do great meat. I've got pork loin, all that kind of stuff. They do their own biltong, and I bought, I won't say it's too loud, case of I bought a $50 bag of biltong. And I'm thinking, I'm starving. I knew Carl's Jr. was up there. And then I hit 40 minutes of standstill traffic. I nearly ate $50 worth of biltong in one sitting. And you know how crook I was last night. Imagine how crook I'm going to be tonight. Like Crookaracha.
What's about $50 worth of biltong? They got to dry that. They got to dry that for years, and that's like eating a watermelon's worth of bloody biltong in one go.
I dead set. We hit traffic. I don't know if anyone else was in it. It was on the Darren Lockyer Highway. Seat back, car in park, aircon on, and just had the big sack of biltong in my lap.
Molasses.
A big sack in
That's
the
what's
lap.
going to be coming out.
Oh, don't even
If you're on the Darien Locker Highway, why didn't you cut off on the Trevor Gilmeister Road and then get on Steve Reynolds Drive and killing down Langer to Hancock to G?
The only ones I know, the Queensland legendary, and there's Darren Lockyer Highway and there's Steve Irwin Way. They're the only two I know. They don't meet, but that would have been good. Okay, so you're kicking us off. Tell us, what are you doing with your $100 this week?
Well, look, I was going to do some place bets.
I'm doing a place multi.
Yeah, so was I. But you've talked me out of it because place multis aren't fair.
I'm doing one.
Mate, I'm going to have. I need you to give me the prices because I was having a struggle with only seeing Moneyball prices everywhere.
Okay. I'm going to do it with. Who do you want me doing with? I'll do it with Bet365. What do you reckon?
I don't mind. Well, mate, yeah, I don't do it. Anyway, as long as we get good, fair prices. So my first one will be I'm Thunderstruck.
This app's still loading.
Oh, shit. My first one will be race 8 in Melbourne. Number 1, I'm Thunderstruck.
Hold on. Wowee. This is slow. Okay. Race 8 in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, sorry. That is pathetic. That is pathetic. Bet365, what is the deal there? Okay, let's get into it. So race
I've got rough odds here.
No, I got it here, mate. I'll do it. I'm doing it. I'm using the one people love to hate, but I love. Okay, so you got I'm Thunderstruck win.
I'm Thunderstruck win into Sydney race 8, number 9, Very Elegant win.
Oh, so you're going. Okay.
Mate, the 2 Group 1 horses, $20 on that multi. You should get around 30 to 1 for that.
$32.50. Can you write that down, please? $32.50.
$32.50 for that one?
Yeah.
20 on.
20 on.
So also going back to Melbourne race 2, there's a horse of ours in this race that we've followed for a fair bit of time. Its first up run last preparation was an absolute hack job. It was 3, 4, 5 wide. Still, had the guts to kick on and I think run 4th or 5th. Comes out as next start, brains him. Coast Watch.
What race? Sorry,
it is race 2, number 1. Really nice horse. I don't know.
We got the silly odds for it once. Remember, it was like in the 2s, but prior to that, we had it at big odds.
Yeah. That was first up. First up, we had $7 and they backed it into even money. I think this is a really nice horse. So I'm in my whole $100 strategy. I'm going with a lot of class horses that they're resuming their prep. So, I'm hoping to get a bit lucky with it. They've come back in great order and are just going to explode. So This horse, very, very capable of doing that, going up against a field that, looks quite mediocre for the class that I think it'll reach. So Coast Watch on top for me, race 2, number 1. All up, race 7.
Yep.
In the Rubiton Stakes.
Yep.
Race 7, number 4, Ingratiating. The 1100 metre suits it perfect. Big opinion of this horse. Loves the 1100 metres. It's beaten General Bow and Generation over this same distance. I get it. Artorias loves a track. Beat everyone in the Blue Diamond here. But I just think over 1100 metres might get a little bit too far back. It definitely would need that extra 100 metres to go over the top of Ingratiating. Ingratiating will be ahead of it. Jumps from the better barrier. Will hopefully be able to posse up a lot better than Artorias. And yeah, I think it's a nice bet. 3 starts, 2 wins, 1 second first up as well. So
you're having Coast Watch win into Ingratiating win.
Yep, $30 on that.
I've got $24.68.
It's a good one. Third multi. My third multi is the best horses, the ones that I think are short and should just get the job done.
Oh.
While we're in Melbourne, let's go to the last race, race 9, number 1. I don't know if you've had a look at it, Woodhead, but this should just be
Probabeel
Put in takeout. Come on. Probabeel to beat
with
these
treble
horses.
on ball. Treble Beal, I call it.
Even money in this race.
I got $1.90.
This Moneyball's given $2.
All right, go. Why don't you marry Moneyball?
But do you know what? I'm happy to take Moneyball. I know it gives better odds. This horse, it's running a Cox Plate last start.
Yeah.
Like Les, be honest. It's definitely on top for me.
There's nothing really.
Probably
what is going to scare this horse? Maybe nothing.
Probably goes in the multi here.
Okay.
It on top. Let's banker it in a multi. There's a few others. So let's go to Sydney, a horse that we have been waiting for. Race 1. I'm here. So we're going to try and book we're going to try and book in the card.
Yeah. Tommy's on board too.
TB, race 1, number 2. We're on it in the slipper at $17. Metallicity. We just needed to get to the track. It's been entered a couple of times, hasn't made it to the track. It's $1.90 in this. I think this horse could rock the slipper market. And we've got the Blue Diamond preview in Melbourne. We've got this race. I think, the slipper market could look remarkably different at the end of this weekend.
So how do we say metallicity?
Metallicity.
Metal. I feel like I've put you off now. Metallicity. So last jump out, last trial, J-Mac rode it. Obviously, in the slipper, he'll be on Coolangatta.
Yeah.
I would like to see how it goes here, and I would like to see Tommy riding it in the slipper.
How good would it be J-Mac just offloading, just giving a bit of Alila Titi 2 years in a row to Tommy Berry, offloading the slipper winner?
Yeah, that would be very, very nice for us, seeing as we got 17-1. We put in tips and slips as well. Yeah, huge.
2 offloads.
Hey, just quickly on that, you know how our podcast horse was Bella Nipotina?
Yeah.
There's a horse in that race called Nipotino. That's the man nipples.
Yeah.
Oh, he's man. That's not beautiful. That's just man nipple.
Oh,
that'd be a good Quinella. Metallicity into man nipple. Anyway, I'll leave that for you guys. I'm not doing my $100 strategy yet. Okay,
they should just translate those names.
Yeah, they should have a translate button like.
Hopefully Flindell just calls it by its Australian translation.
Yeah. Man nipples comes up on the outside around metallicity. Man nipples.
So third leg of this multi. The horse we've all been waiting for since Melbourne Cup Day. Race 7, number 8 in Sydney, Espiona. I know it's super short, but my goodness.
$1.50.
Brilliant race this, firstly, to see Fangirl coming up against Espiona. Couldn't have asked for a better, a better challenge. This is an absolutely great race. I think for those who listened all the way through last week, me and Blake threw out our best horses or favourite horses that haven't won a Group 1 that we expect to go on to win a Group 1.
Shout out to all those guys that got through the episode too. All right to the end.
Thanks, Mum. Espiona and Fangirl coming up against each other. Blake and I both mentioned them last week. So it's what a race. I'm throwing Espiona into the multi as well. So
you got
those three horses.
$5.99.
$5.99, $50 on that. So $5.99 to get, what's that? Be just under 300.
Yeah, just say 300. No, actually, you write those prices down exactly how I said it because I've screenshotted them, so you can't cheat.
No cheating here, mate.
That is my
$100 strategy, mate. That's where it's going.
Let's head over to Blake Johnson. He's we'll pretend we're in the news thing. Heading to Blake Johnson at the airport.
G'day, fellas. As you can see, quick hit and run mission to Sydney. I'm at the airport. I just wanted to give you my $100 strategy because we are absolutely flying. I'm going to be keeping it relatively simple, having 2 bets. I'm having 75 to win on Quantico, who went like an absolute jet down the Flemington straight before the spell. He's been trialling super, and I think he can win with not much weight on his back. And then in the ninth race, I'm going to be having 25 to win on Eurovision. I give her a hope. She was really good at Flemington before the spell. The trial has been super. 100 days between runs, only one trial. She had 2 trials last preparation, but I think she'll be right to go first up over 1,200 metres. Hard to beat. So that's my $100 strategy. Good luck, punters.
Shh, everybody. I'm trying to record for the podcast, Airport.
He's obviously taking the piss with that background noise, isn't he? Just
It's
because he's in front. Just because he's in front doesn't mean he
He's
can get
dead
away
set.
with this
You
sort
can
of
see
garbage.
people just standing around him. I don't know why he had to do it in the seat as everyone was getting off the plane. So if you didn't hear it, I'm not sure what this audio is going to come across as, but it's the best we've got. Sorry, guys. It's $100 strategy for BJ is Randwick Race 6, number 9, Quantico, $75 on at $3.80. And Randwick Race 9, number 5, Mirror Vision, $25 on at $15. But that'll also, it might come up better on YouTube or something. Who knows?
Are you going to grace us with $100 strategy here, or are you just going to put
Let
up
me
a
have a
body?
look.
No.
Look,
No.
I think what I know you guys, what am I up to? I think I'm up to like, for my, when I won the treble for the $100 strategy, did I take the sports bet price or the best?
No. You didn't put it up, so it doesn't.
I
count.
backed the treble. I just forgot to tell everybody.
No, you got a TikTok. If you don't TikTok, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on TikTok. BJ is obsessed with TikTok. Like, he calls me. He's like, we got 120 followers.
If you want,
I know, I've got one. It's basically your multi, but as a place multi.
what the shorties?
Yeah, those shorties.
You can't take them a place.
I've got one. I've got it here for you. It's 3. So I'm going Very Elegant Place. So Randwick Race 8, Very Elegant Place, $2. I'm going, hold on, wait. Why is it? It's actually not letting me take this. Anyway. Caulfield Race 8 on Thunderstruck Place. And Randwick Race 3, number 1, Fun Fact, a place.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Who are you? Do I even know you anymore?
What, because I'm tipping Bjorn's horse?
Bjorn's horse with Elaine Hennessy on that's carrying 64.5 kilos. I could nearly ride it.
I like Elaine. I think she's good. So I'm having $100 on at it's $10.
Ellen.
Okay, so that's it. I'll write that down. I don't know why it's not letting me have the bet.
It's sick of you. Just
Doesn't like it. So each week, as you guys know, we had Ash Platts last week. He did all that form for Pinjarra, and then the meeting gets called off. Poor bugger.
Ash Platts is the king of Pinjarra.
He's the Pinjarra prince, they call him. So this week we have Mitch Haynes. He's one of the members. So if you ever want to be on the $100 strategy and come on the poddy or send us your recording, at the end of the year, we should get, it depends really where we are. They'll have to go to your house. Are you sitting on the ground, by the way? What's going on?
Nah.
Okay. You just got super high cupboards. You are sitting on the ground. So Mitch Haynes, who's one of our members, if you want to come on for $100 strategy, you have to be a members. This is his selection this week. Throwing it over to you, Mitch.
G'day, Pat and Sam. Hainesy here.
Hainesy.
Ready to have a slap with my $100 strategy for the weekend. This week I'm taking Caulfield, race 6. I'm going to back Surprise Baby each way. I think she's got a bit to give here. She'll give this a crack. She'll be there somewhere in the finish. See us.
50 each way.
Hainesy, I love him.
He's got some dulcet tones, and I did have a look at Surprise Baby. It's $26 or $27.
It's $31.65 here. I better write down what he's gone, because that is, firstly, Hainesy, appreciate it, mate. I love
the tone of voice.
He's got a good voice. And what about, did you like the crickets in the background? I don't know if he's on property or it just sounded so serene.
Well, I've listened to Blake's.
Yeah, exactly. We've got someone that's literally in the noisiest place in Queensland, and the other bloke, I wonder where Hainesy, where do you live? Let us know. But great $100 strategy. So he's going $50 each way.
I'm glad he mentioned surprise, baby. I
Yeah,
do
me
like that
too.
horse. I wonder if it's ever going to get back to the
Was this Blake's horse?
when he had $100 on it every week for the entire year in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah. Hainesy is gone.
But then the trainer only ran it twice in the whole year, and one time was in the Melbourne Cup. That's why it's been taken off him.
Yes.
I think
I'm going to give him. So he's got $50 sport. I'm just going sports bet because it's the only thing that's working quick with my internet at 31s.
Wow.
Yes. Go Hainesy. You have to have this bet, my man.
He will win it. He will win it as the listener $100 strategy this year if this wins.
That's what we should do. We should do a prize for whoever won the most on the $100 strategy.
100%. And if you win, you come back. If you win, you come back.
Oh, yeah. We got to get you on the show live.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. What's our last show? There's no like big race around the last show, is there?
End of December. It's usually like Winterbottom Stakes Day.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Imagine that. Hey, Hainesy, you know that great tip you gave everyone in February? Come on in and tip the Winterbottom.
No, we usually do the Kingston Town Stakes. So Blake can tell the story about his dad.
Hey, Pat and Sam. No. I don't want to tip in the Winterbottom.
Ash Platts, do you want to do it? Mate, I love it. I love Western Australia.
Oh, yeah, he would be.
I love a bit of Western Australia, mate.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, Hainesy. That is all good.
Thanks for that tip. But what a shout out as well, horse. It's me back after 70 weeks out. A few of the listeners would have known we had a few friends that were on at 100-1 in that, what was it, the Country Champ Fund, something like that. But it's been a long time out and it looked like it could be anything. So looking forward to see how it runs this weekend too. It's in
what was that race?
Race 9 in Sydney. It's running in. It's only paying
Kosciuszko. The Kosciuszko was,
that's one. It's only paying $4. I'd love to see this horse just go around uninjured and be back to that sort of form because it looks like it could be a real star.
Oh, it is a absolute cracker. It's me. That race in the Kosciuszko when it beat Redouble.
How did it even get there? But it got there, and by all reports, it was injured a little bit then. So, yeah, it's a freak. I hope she comes back to recapture that sort of form because it's exciting. It's exciting when you get good horses like that going around.
That's it, Paddy boy. Nice episode, relaxing episode. I feel like after listening to all the crickets and that in the back of Haines's, I could have a little snooze. It's very relaxed.
Hainesy, maybe throw his voice on a few times. Should have
like
more of a recording.
Noise.
Yeah.
Like the Calm app.
Why, Hainesy, read out every horse that's running on Saturday.
Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe that's the thing we can do. We can do racing ASMR. Who knows? Who knows?
What's wrong with you? You've been in the car too long today.
The DJC is killing it in the Tips and Slips Punters Club, so get involved with that. That's something he's doing of his own accord. So thank you.
Shout out to DJC there too. I know the amount of admin that would go into that. It is hours upon hours.
So tomorrow night he'll have to put on 151 bets, and I bet you they'll be multis. And then he's going to have to arrange a cheat sheet so everyone knows what bet is on in each race before it happens. So well done, DJC. Members had a winning month in January, so kicked off 2022 in a very, very reasonable fashion. They ended last year with 350 units up. So if you're a $10 punter, 3.5 Gs. And yeah, the only other plug is go follow all our bloody social. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We do a lot on Twitter. We talk to a lot of people on Twitter. Like,
you're going to throw it out there about the race that you're sponsoring as well?
Yeah, okay. So we're sponsoring a race in 2 weeks' time. We'll do something in the lead up, hopefully. But yeah, we're doing the Leg Up podcast race. Want to make sure that everybody is behind it. Forgot about this. We'll kick off with it next week. We've got a tip in it as well. We've got a tip in the Leg Up podcast race.
The Leg Up Cup.
The Leg Up Podcast Cup Handicap Benchmark 58.
It's benchmark 58. The trophy is a
Stubby cooler.
Stubby cooler
coolers. I'm going to glue just 10 of them together
on a leg up pencil.
We don't have leg up pencils.
We'll have to draw one.
I'll do it upside down like the Stanley Cup. It'll just be Stubby Cooler Cup. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate your time this evening. Thank you, listeners. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the first Group 1 of the year, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, Big Horse.
Bye.